With Cardano currently sitting at $1 and getting ready to accumulate again, there's a lot of talk as far as where can Cardano go? Can it get to $5? Can it get to $10? Can it get to $30 to $50? I've heard those rumors and I've heard those talks on social media. Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about my 3 scenarios for Cardano in this coming cycle. The worst case, the base case, and the most bullish case possible for ADA. We're going to talk about that. Like the video and let's get started. Let's first start with the worst case scenario for Cardano. My worst case scenario is $2.50. Now, what can take Cardano to only $2.50, not breaking new all-time highs? Well, one, the Bitcoin DeFi narrative just never takes off, right? Cardano doesn't get any market share and or Bitcoin DeFi completely falls flat, or we see Babel fees not go live in 2025 like Charles said it would. Now, what is the importance of Babel fees? That is what allows Cardano, the ADA token, to be consumed for any Bitcoin DeFi transactions that are leveraging the Cardano blockchain. So that's the first one. The second one is if Hydra completely fails. We know they're coming out with a competition right now, a $100,000 giveaway for Hydra Doom. They're trying to get those TPS up to 100,000 plus transactions per second. If Hydra completely fails in 2025, then that could be a contributing factor to Cardano only getting to $2.50. The next one is retail just never comes. Whether it's Americans struggling with their income, whether it's higher taxes, whether it's global unease, credit card debt, debt in general, retail just doesn't come back. And this is a cycle driven only by institutions. We know Cardano is very retail friendly, gets a lot of its volume from retail. If that happens, that could also be a contributing factor. The next one is an important one. If the Cardano treasury that goes live with Chang Hard Fork Part 2, if that treasury gets blown, what do I mean by blown? We saw what happened with Polkadot with their treasury. A lot of money was being siphoned off into marketing, whether you agree with it or not. It was sell pressure for the DOT token. And let's face it, we haven't really seen the benefits of all that money being spent. So if Cardano and the voters and the delegators do the same thing, then that could be a contributing factor to Cardano only getting to $2.50. Now, that is my absolute worst case scenario. Not bad, still a 2.5x from here. Now let's talk about my base case, which is Cardano getting to between $7 and $12. The first contributing factor to this would be the first part I talked about in the worst case, which is the Bitcoin OS. Now you can see here from Cointelegraph, Cardano unlocks 1.3 trillion in Bitcoin liquidity with the Bitcoin OS bridge integration. Now with Babel fees being live in 2025, let's say Cardano gets around 10 to 20% of the market share of this $1.3 trillion. Babel fees are live, ADA is being consumed for transactions. I think this will be a big, big contributing factor to Cardano getting to that $7 to $12 range. The next one is retail comes back. We know retail is extremely Cardano friendly, or Cardano is extremely retail friendly. You can interchange the two. And we're already seeing news like this. Robinhood, a couple of years ago with the SEC going rampant on the cryptocurrencies, they delisted Cardano. Well, guess what? This is according from Decrypt.co. Robinhood has relisted Cardano along with XRP, Solana, and some other meme coins. Now, can we see other super retail-friendly, outside of crypto, retail-friendly platforms list Cardano? It's only going to drive the mass amount of people that are going to get exposure to the chain. The other one is going to be potentially an ETF approval. This from CoinGate, Cardano ETF. Is ADA ready to join the spot ETF market? Here is a post from Nate Garassi. Guessing at least one issuer takes a flyer on ADA or AVAX as well. Now, this could be a solo Cardano ETF, or it could be an ETF that already has Cardano in it as part of a large cap ETF. We know Grayscale has already done that, and Cardano is included in their top 50. And so that could be a potential for Cardano getting to $7 to $12. The next one is the Treasury. Right? We have $1.23 billion ready to be unlocked in the next hard fork for Chang that's going to provide some ammunition for people to build. Now, how is this money going to be spent? Of course, we all get to vote. That is the beauty of governance. But if this money gets spent on attracting builders and we get some badass dApps that are being built in the ecosystem, something that's going to bring a lot of users in, if the money is spent wisely, I think the sell pressure from those tokens being sold is it's going to be outweighed by people coming in, using the network, using some of these newer projects and dApps that are being built. I think that could push Cardano into the $7 to $12 region. And the other one is, what are they going to do in the USA and Argentina? We have this as well. If you guys, just in case you forgot, Cardano hosts the first legally enforceable contract in Argentina on the blockchain. This happened on October 10th. How far will this partnership go? We know Charles has been working with the Trump team as an advisor. Something might come from that, not guaranteed. But if they get any level of adoption from a nation state, whether it's Argentina, any other South American country, maybe they go back to Africa, maybe it's in the Middle East, maybe it's in China, who knows? But if that happens, $7 to $12 Cardano is definitely going to happen. Now, my most bullish case for Cardano, I'm going to go over it right now. But before I go over that, I want to let you know, our Crypto Almanac, we are almost at 100 pre-orders. And if you want a chance to get 1,000 ADA, it is guaranteed to be in the first 100 pre-orders. We still have a little bit left to get to 100. Use the link in the description. Buy your Crypto Almanac, which is also minted on the Cardano blockchain. So shout out to Cardano and the Cardano fam. Now, my most bullish case for Cardano is between $16 and $30. Now, I know that's a pretty wide range, but if we cross that $16 threshold, that $15, $16 threshold, none of us really know how high this thing can go. Is it going to be good news stacked on top of good news? Is it going to be users stacked on top of users? Who knows? But if we cross that $15, $16, could we go to 30? Can we get to 35, 40, 50? I don't know. But my most bullish case starts at $16 and goes all the way up to $30. Now, what is going to drive this massive run in the price of Cardano? We're talking about a 16 to 30x from a top 8 cryptocurrency project. That is absolutely massive. Let's first talk about a native stablecoin. Now, I know there's JED, I know there's USDM, but if Cardano is able to get Circle or USDT to launch the stablecoin natively on the Cardano blockchain, I think that'll draw in a lot of users, and also it'll make headways in the media as well, given some really bullish coverage of Cardano. And this Medium article here talks about the importance of having a native stablecoin, and of course, USDC and USDT are the brand names in our industry. The second one is Bitcoin DeFi absolutely explodes, like a lot of people say it is going to do. And with Cardano, with the Bitcoin OS, both being UTXOs, if Cardano can get a majority of that transactions, of that value that is being moved on Cardano, I think this alone could be the catalyst to take it to $10 plus. Now, what kind of market share is it going to be? 30%? Is it going to be 40, 50%? We don't know. We know there's some competitors. We know there's stacks out there. We know ICP's doing some stuff with chain key technology. But we're talking millions of transactions all using ADA as the gas fee. And that is going to be a massive price shock for Cardano. The next reason, or the potential contributing factor to this most bullish case, is going to be the USA Bitcoin Reserve. I know you're saying, well, this is Bitcoin, not Cardano. Let me explain. The US Bitcoin Reserve during Trump presidency could pump Bitcoin to $1 million. I'm talking about downstream effects for the entire cryptocurrency space if the USA decides to adopt Bitcoin as a strategic reserve. We know the cycles of the market. It goes Bitcoin to Ethereum, to large caps, to small caps, to meme coins, and back to Bitcoin. Well, if Bitcoin gets to $1 million and cryptocurrency and blockchain is on the map, is there going to be a country that say, you know what, we want to have a strategic reserve, but we don't want Bitcoin. We want Ethereum. We want Solana. We want Cardano. But the downstream effects of what this is going to have on the entire market as a whole, I think ADA could be a mass beneficiary to that. The next one is meme coins, right? This is obviously very retail driven. Example A, Solana. The unexpected key to Solana's success, which has been meme coins. Meme coins account for 75 to 90% of Solana's transaction fees. This trend positions Solana as a dominant force in the DEX landscape. If Cardano can get 3 to 5 $1 billion plus meme coins, and shout out to Sneck, they are the closest. You can see here from Tap Tools. We take a look. The number one Cardano token is Sneck, currently sitting at around a $329 million market cap. We have to go pretty far down to around a $18 million market cap to get to the next meme coin, which is Hosky. Now, can meme coins explode on Cardano? Again, we saw what it did with Solana. It'll have the similar effect on Cardano, and add in everything Cardano already does. It's going to be absolutely amazing. AI, decentralized AI, this is a big one, right? This is part of revolutionary dApps that are built, right? The treasury is used to bring new builders, bring new projects, bring new dApps, whether it's digital identities, whether it's decentralized science, which is picking up a lot of stream, or if it's decentralized AI. As you can see here, this is something Charles has talked about, not just on X, but on his AMAs as well. I continue to be concerned about the profound implications of AI censorship. They are losing utility over time due to alignment training. I'm not going to read the rest of it, but at the end of the day, he says, look, there's a problem here, and he's even hinted at potentially maybe starting something, maybe collaborating with other people in the decentralized AI space. That could be a large contributing factor. The other one is just mania with retail, right? We saw what happened in I'm talking about 2020 level retail mania, where people were getting airdrop stimulus checks and YOLOing in to the top projects that included Cardano. Now, I don't think we're going to get stimulus checks again. I could be wrong, but if we do, even better. But what are some of the things that retail could benefit from? Well, we know Trump has said no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. Those two would be massive. That puts more money in retail's pocket. The other one also that's been brought up, I don't know how much legs this has, but completely abolishing the income tax and replacing it with tariffs. If that happens, we are going to see an amount of money flow into cryptocurrency that I don't think we've ever seen before. You're going to see tokens like 2-3x in a matter of 2 to 3 days. And I think Cardano would be a mass beneficiary to that as well. And the last one, my friends, is nation state adoption. I talked about Argentina, but I'm talking about putting something from a nation state on the blockchain. We know Avalanche did it with California, although it was a kind of a smaller lens there. It was one state, one department. I'm talking about, is voting going to go on blockchain? If it does, can it land on Cardano? What about digital IDs? If that does, is it going to land on Cardano? Also, tokenizing assets. Is Cardano going to get into the RWA world? If that happens, or if a collective of these happens, I think even if one of these things that I just mentioned happen, I think could bring us the most bullish case for Cardano. I'm curious to know your thoughts in the comment section. What is your worst case and your best case for Cardano in this market cycle? Let us know. And also come check out our live show Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.